Kingdom, an enduring destination shaped by history and culture. A land built by rulers and rebels, thinkers and creators, explorers and everyday people. Its landscapes are marked by ancient castles, medieval streets, and cathedrals that have stood for centuries. More than a nation, the United Kingdom is a collection of stories, formed through tradition, change, and resilience. Each city reflects a different chapter, a distinct character, a way of life shaped over time. From the quiet strength of old stone walls to the energy of modern streets, Britain reveals itself in layers. This journey takes us through 10 cities, each offering a deeper view into what makes this country unique. Canterbury, founded by the Romans as Duro Vernum Cantiacorum, a city shaped by faith, history, and tradition. For centuries, pilgrims have walked its cobbled paths, drawn to its towering cathedral and the stories etched into its ancient walls. At its heart stands Canterbury Cathedral, one of England's most revered religious sites. Founded in 597 AD, it became a place of pilgrimage following the martyrdom of Archbishop Thomas Becket in 1170. Its grand stained-glass windows and majestic spires stand as a testament to the centuries of devotion that shaped this city's identity. Beyond the cathedral, the medieval charm of Canterbury thrives in the Shambles, a historic marketplace where timber-framed buildings lean over bustling lanes. Canterbury's Norman Castle, built after the 1066 conquest, reflects its turbulent history. The grand Westgate Towers mark the city's medieval entrance, while the Canterbury Roman Museum reveals its deep ties to Britain's former empire. Canterbury's scenic beauty unfolds along the River Stour, where boat tours glide past historic bridges and gardens, revealing a quieter, more tranquil side of the city. The charm continues in the Dane John Gardens, where peaceful walkways and rolling greenery offer a retreat within Canterbury's historic core. Canterbury is more than history. It's a lively cultural hub with cafes, pubs, and markets celebrating Kentish flavors. From hidden courtyards to ancient landmarks, the city invites all to experience its enduring legacy, where every street tells a story and the past shapes the present. York offers some of the best preserved medieval charm in England. Founded as Eboracum by the Romans in 71 AD. York is a city shaped by Romans, Vikings, and medieval kings. Its streets are a living museum where ancient walls, grand cathedrals, and hidden alleyways tell stories of conquest, trade, and tradition. Standing at its heart, York Minster dominates the skyline, a masterpiece of Gothic architecture, its intricate stained-glass windows and soaring towers reflecting centuries of craftsmanship. From its grand nave to the whispering corridors of its crypt, the Minster remains a beacon of faith and history. Beyond its cathedral walls, York's streets hold centuries of character. The Shambles, one of the best-preserved medieval streets in the world, transports visitors to a time when timber-framed buildings loomed over bustling markets, their overhanging eaves nearly touching above the narrow walkway. York's Viking heritage thrives at the Jorvik Viking Center, where archaeological discoveries bring the era of Norse invaders to life. Interactive exhibits immerse visitors in the sights and sounds of Viking York, a city once known as Jorvik, a thriving settlement of warriors, traders, and settlers. The city's defenses still stand, with York's city walls encircling the old town, offering sweeping views over red-bricked rooftops and historic landmarks. For centuries, these fortifications protected York from invaders, and today they remain one of the longest medieval town walls in England. Within the walls, the York Castle Museum explores the city's past, with recreated Victorian streets and exhibits showcasing York's role in England's political and social evolution. Nearby, a different kind of heritage awaits: York's chocolate factories, where world-famous brands like Rowntree's and Terry's shaped the city's reputation as England's chocolate capital. For those seeking history and breathtaking views, Clifford's Tower stands as a striking remnant of York's medieval past. Following a major conservation project, visitors can now explore areas that have been inaccessible for centuries, immersing themselves in the tower's rich history while enjoying stunning panoramas over the ancient city. Bath, established by the Romans as Aquae Sulis. Few cities in the world hold the harmony of history and beauty quite like Bath. With its grand Georgian architecture, ancient Roman roots, and serene landscapes, this city is a living testament to centuries of transformation. The story of Bath begins nearly 2,000 years ago, when the Romans discovered natural hot springs bubbling beneath the earth. From these waters, they built an elaborate bathing complex, still standing today, the legendary Roman baths. Steam rises from mineral-rich pools, just as it did when emperors and soldiers came to seek its healing powers. Standing proudly nearby, Bath Abbey dominates the skyline with its graceful Gothic architecture. Its stained glass windows and elegant fan vaulting reflect centuries of craftsmanship. This is more than a place of worship. It's where Edgar was crowned the first king of all England, marking the start of a united nation. Bath's elegance is immortalized in its Georgian architecture. The breathtaking curve of the Royal Crescent, a row of perfectly proportioned 18th-century townhouses, embodies the refinement of a city designed for aristocrats and artists. But Bath is more than its buildings. It is its landscapes and waterways. The Sydney Gardens, once frequented by Jane Austen herself, offer shaded paths and classical beauty, a tranquil escape within the city's heart. Across the River Avon, Pulteney Bridge, one of only 4 bridges in the world lined with shops, stands as a marvel of Georgian ingenuity, its stone arches mirroring the gentle ripples of the water below. From its Roman foundations to its literary inspirations, Bath remains a city of grace and grandeur. Its timeless streets and elegant squares invite visitors into a world where the past is cherished and beauty is forever celebrated. London, a city of grandeur, innovation, and unshaken history. Founded as Londinium by the Romans. A place where medieval fortresses share space with cutting-edge design, where bustling markets hum with global flavors, and where centuries-old traditions weave seamlessly into the pulse of modern life. At the heart of the city stands the Tower of London, its stone walls bearing the weight of nearly 1,000 years of monarchy, rebellion, and legend. Across the river, Tower Bridge, a marvel of Victorian engineering, rises in majestic steel and granite, its iconic twin towers guarding the Thames. Buckingham Palace, the seat of British royalty, offers a glimpse into regal splendor while nearby Westminster Abbey holds the whispered echoes of kings and queens crowned beneath its Gothic arches. Overhead, Big Ben chimes, an unwavering symbol of time's passage, standing tall beside the grand Houses of Parliament. London's architecture is a story of reinvention. Ancient churches sit alongside gleaming skyscrapers, a testament to a city that never stops evolving. In Soho, neon signs flicker against Georgian facades, while the modern curves of the London Eye provide panoramic views of a metropolis forever in motion. Yet London is not just its buildings, it is its people, its food, and its energy. Borough Market teems with aromas of global cuisine, where artisan cheeses, freshly baked bread, and sizzling spices mingle in the air. Beyond its historic heart, culture thrives in the halls of the British Museum, where millennia of civilization are preserved within columned walls. From its ancient streets to its modern skyline, London is a place of constant transformation. It thrives on innovation while embracing its deep-rooted history, making it a city where tradition and progress go hand in hand. Whether you're exploring its grand landmarks or its hidden corners, London is always ready to surprise, inspire, and evolve. Oxford, a city of intellect, tradition, and timeless beauty, established by Saxons as Oxenfordha. For over 900 years, its university has shaped the minds of scholars, poets, and leaders, while its grand architecture and serene waterways continue to inspire visitors from around the world. At Oxford's core lies a world of tradition and intellect, anchored by its historic colleges. Rising with graceful symmetry over Radcliffe Square, the Radcliffe Camera stands as a neoclassical gem, an icon of learning and architectural beauty. Just steps away, Christ Church College commands attention with its grand halls and stained glass windows, echoing centuries of academic pursuit. The Bodleian Old Library, one of Europe's oldest, forms the soul of the university's vast library network. Linked to the Radcliffe Camera by the underground Gladstone Link, it houses manuscripts that span the ages, each a testament to the city's enduring commitment to knowledge. Wandering Oxford streets is like tracing the path of discovery itself, from the timeless cloisters of Queen's College to the hushed corridors of the Bodleian, where scholars still study by lamplight. Yet beyond the quiet of the colleges, the city buzzes with life. Bookshops brim with wisdom, cafes hum with conversation, and hidden courtyards cradle the ideas that have shaped the modern world. Oxford's beauty extends beyond its architecture. The River Thames and its smaller sibling, the River Cherwell, invite tranquil journeys by boat, where willows dip into the water and college rowers glide in perfect rhythm. In contrast, the grand gardens of Christ Church Meadow offer peaceful green spaces, where ancient trees shade quiet paths. For those drawn to history, Oxford Castle and Prison stands as a reminder of the city's medieval past, its stone walls holding echoes of knights and noble intrigue. Across town, the Ashmolean Museum, Britain's first university museum, showcases treasures spanning thousands of years. Oxford is not merely a place of study, it is a place of exploration, where history and innovation meet, where tradition fuels new ideas, and where every corner holds a story waiting to be uncovered. Rising from Scotland's rugged landscape, Edinburgh is a city where history and culture intertwine. The site was first fortified by the Gododdin tribe around the 7th century AD, who built a stronghold known as Den Eiden atop Castle Rock. Later, in the 12th century, King David I of Scotland formally established Edinburgh as a royal burgh, laying the foundation for its development into a major medieval city. With its grand castles, dramatic landscapes, and rich cultural traditions, Scotland's capital is a place of timeless beauty and enduring spirit. Edinburgh Castle stands at the center of the city, overlooking its historic streets. From its stone walls, the cityscape unfolds below, featuring winding alleys, tall spires, and secluded courtyards that reflect its rich past. The Royal Mile leads visitors through centuries of history, past medieval buildings and bustling shops where tartan-clad pipers fill the air with music. The grandeur of Holyrood Palace, the official residence of the monarch in Scotland, contrasts with the rugged heights of Arthur's Seat, where nature and legend meet atop an ancient volcano. Beyond the Old Town, Edinburgh's cultural heart beats within the National Museum of Scotland, where artifacts from around the globe reveal the story of human ingenuity. Nearby, the Scotch Whisky Experience offers a deep dive into Scotland's national drink, guiding visitors through the craft and heritage of single malts and smoky blends. In the lively Grass Market, the past intertwines with the present, where historic pubs and vibrant street life create a warm and welcoming atmosphere. Princes Street, lined with grand Georgian architecture, invites shoppers and explorers its gardens framing views of the castle above. And what is Edinburgh without its food? Traditional Scottish cuisine tells the story of the land, warming plates of haggis, neeps, and tatties, fresh-caught salmon from Highland rivers, and rich whiskey-infused desserts that reflect the soul of Scotland itself. In Edinburgh, history is not just remembered, it is lived. Through its stories, its landscapes, and its people, the city continues to weave its magic, drawing travelers into its enchanting embrasure. Liverpool, a city of resilience, rhythm, and remarkable heritage, was officially established as a town in 1207 when King John granted it a royal charter. It rose to prominence in the 18th century as one of Britain's most important port cities. From its bustling waterfront to its legendary music scene, this northern gem has shaped Britain's identity and left an imprint on the world. Its story begins on the banks of the River Mersey, where trade and travel connected Liverpool to distant continents. The Albert Dock, once a hub of global commerce, now houses museums, restaurants, and galleries, preserving the city's maritime legacy within its historic warehouses. Among Liverpool's most recognizable landmarks, the Royal Liver Building with its iconic liver birds watches over the city, a symbol of its strength and independence. Nearby, the Liverpool Cathedral, one of the largest in Europe, stands in breathtaking Gothic grandeur, towering above streets rich in culture and creativity. But Liverpool's influence extends beyond its architecture. Few places in the world can claim a musical impact as profound as this city. The Beatles' Story, an immersive museum within the Albert Dock, guides visitors through the rise of the world's most famous band. Meanwhile, Matthew Street, home to the legendary Cavern Club, remains alive with the echoes of rock and roll that once changed music forever. Beyond its musical roots, the city thrives with sport and passion. Anfield Stadium, the home of Liverpool FC, roars with the voices of thousands, its anthem, "You'll Never Walk Alone," ringing through the stands. Football is more than a game here, it is a way of life. This city moves to the beat of its own drum, bold, proud, and endlessly inspiring. From its docks to its melodies, Liverpool's spirit remains unshaken, forever calling travelers to discover its legacy. Glasgow, a city built on innovation, shaped by industry, and fueled by creativity. Glasgow originated as a Christian settlement led by Street Mungo in the 6th century AD and was formally established as a medieval burgh in 1175 by King William the Lion of Scotland. From its medieval roots to its rise as a powerhouse of shipbuilding and trade, Scotland's largest city has continually reinvented itself while holding onto its rich heritage. At its core stands Glasgow Cathedral, the oldest building in the city and a masterpiece of medieval architecture. Nearby, Province Lordship, one of Glasgow's few remaining medieval houses, offers a glimpse into life centuries ago. Glasgow's industrial past is reflected along the River Clyde, once the heart of Britain's shipbuilding empire. The towering Finnieston crane, a relic of the city's maritime legacy, stands as a reminder of Glasgow's role in shaping global trade and engineering. But Glasgow is not just industry, it is a city of art and culture. The Kelvingrove Art Gallery and Museum, with its vast collection of masterpieces, showcases everything from Renaissance paintings to Scottish heritage. Meanwhile, the Glasgow Science Centre brings innovation to life, inspiring visitors with interactive exhibits and cutting-edge discoveries. The city's streets hum with energy. Buchanan Street, lined with grand Victorian buildings, is a hub of shopping and entertainment, while the Merchant City district blends historic charm with modern vibrancy. For those drawn to Glasgow's architectural soul, the University of Glasgow rises like a cathedral of knowledge, its Gothic revival towers and cloisters echoing centuries of scholarship. Founded in 1451, it stands among the oldest universities in the English-speaking world, its hilltop campus a beacon of learning and legacy. And no visit is complete without wandering through Park Circus, a quiet crescent of opulent Victorian townhouses overlooking Kelvingrove Park. This architectural gem captures Glasgow's 19th century ambition, where elegance, symmetry, and sandstone facades reflect a refined chapter of the city's history. Glasgow is a city of contrasts, where history meets modernity, where industry fuels creativity, and where resilience shapes its ever-evolving identity. Cardiff, the beating heart of Wales. A city defined by resilience, rich heritage, and a vibrant national identity. Originally established by the Romans around the 1st century AD as a military fort, Cardiff evolved into a Norman stronghold before emerging as a key coal exporting port during the Industrial Revolution. In 1955, it became the official capital of Wales, a title earned through its political, cultural, and historical significance. At its center stands Cardiff Castle, a layered monument where Roman walls meet Norman towers and Victorian Gothic revival. From fortress to fantasy, it reflects the story of a city shaped by power and reinvention. Nearby, View Park unfolds like a green sanctuary in the city's heart, while the Civic Center, with its white Portland stone buildings, showcases early 20th century grandeur and national pride. Downriver, Cardiff Bay tells a different tale of industrial triumph and transformation. Once the largest coal exporting port in the world, the bay is now home to the Sned, the Welsh Parliament, and the Wales Millennium Centre, an icon of modern Welsh culture and language. From the arcades of the Victorian era to the bustling lanes of the Riverside Market, Cardiff pulses with local energy and creativity. Here, tradition and modernity coexist, from Welsh choirs echoing through historic churches to indie music ringing from lively pubs and venues. Cardiff is a capital that doesn't merely preserve the past, it builds on it, inviting visitors to experience a living, evolving Wales in all its proud, poetic spirit. Belfast, a city where iron meets imagination and history echoes in every street. While the area was inhabited before their arrival, the Normans, led by John de Courcy, established a fortified presence in the region in 1177. Its strategic location at the mouth of the River Lagan fueled growth, but significant development began in the 17th century when Belfast was officially chartered as a town in 1613 by King James I. The Industrial Revolution cemented its prominence, transforming it into a leading center for linen production and shipbuilding. At Titanic Quarter, Belfast's most iconic legacy comes to life. It was here that the RMS Titanic was designed and built, a feat of engineering that still captivates the world. The Titanic Belfast Museum, rising like a ship's hull in shards of steel and glass, pays tribute not only to a ship, but to the city that dared to build it. Beyond the waterfront, the Cathedral Quarter breathes creativity into Belfast's historic core. Narrow lanes burst with color and storytelling, thanks to the city's famous murals, artworks that chart both pain and hope, struggle and renewal. At Queen's University, neo-Gothic buildings speak of academic ambition, while the Botanic Gardens and Ulster Museum offer windows into science, art, and natural beauty. Belfast is a place of reinvention, where scars of the past are not erased but reimagined into stories of resilience and cultural revival. A city that welcomes the world, not just to remember, but to discover what comes next. Across the UK, every city tells a different story, woven from centuries of history, vibrant streets, and the ever-changing rhythm of modern life. From grand landmarks to hidden gems, each destination leaves its mark, shaping the character of a nation. As the birthplace of the Industrial Revolution and home to centuries of cultural innovation, the UK continues to shape the world with its rich heritage and dynamic present.